Everyone thought the goal was to race from the starting point to the finish line, but no one considered the idea of reversing the journey from the finish back to the start. The race begins, and everyone accelerates toward the finish, except for the protagonist, who accelerates backward. Sure enough, he enters an underground passage. Above ground, other players are being torn apart by attacks, as if existing in two different dimensions. Meanwhile, the underground passage remains completely unchallenged, and he effortlessly reaches the finish line. The oracle appears, and the protagonist successfully obtains the first key, along with clues for the next stage. At this point, both the real world and the virtual world erupt in chaos. Jack, unable to stay idle, resorts to any means necessary to get the Easter egg. He even contacts dark forces to make the protagonist disappear from the leaderboard. The next clue seems to point to Old Dai's love story. At the memorial hall, the protagonist and the girl meet and find the clue. Old Dai deeply regrets not taking the leap with the goddess, but what does this leap really mean? They can't figure it out. At this point, the girl seems to have developed feelings for the protagonist and suggests they go on a date at a bar. Before leaving, the curator gives the protagonist a coin. This coin ultimately becomes the key to all their successful challenges. The two head to the bar and immediately jump into a gravity-defying dance floor, dancing gracefully. The protagonist indeed becomes lost in love and ends up revealing his real name to the girl in the virtual world. The consequences are immediate. A disaster strikes in the real world. Jack, having found out the protagonist's real name, tries to recruit him. However, the negotiation fails, and this leads to an explosive attack on the protagonist's home. Will the protagonist manage to escape this crisis?